Hello fellow Vikings, today I'm gonna introduce you to the Enchanting on Alfheim server. We are using Epic Loot mod with few tweaks. In order to start enchanting, you will need Forge and Enchanter. To craft Enchanter, you're gonna have to use basic crafting hammer, go to crafting tab and build an Enchanter. It requires 10 stones, 3 circling cores and 3 copper bars. You need to place it in the vicinity of the forge. You will get 2 new options on the forge, which are sacrifice and enchanting. In sacrifice tab you can sacrifice all the magical items you get and they will give you corresponding materials for enchanting. For example, armor and shields are always gonna give you dust and reagent, and weapons and tools are always gonna give you dust and essences. If you go to the next tab on the forge, which is enchanting, you will have the options to pick the item that you actually want to enchant. And on the right side you're gonna see required materials to do the actual enchant. In the upper part of the window you can change the rarity of enchant by clicking on the corresponding name of the enchant, for example Berserk, Elven, Valkyr or Nicholas Blessing. The difference in enchants is the higher rarity you go, you get greater numbers and more effects per tier. And starting from Valkyr you get some additional attributes open like indestructible. When you click enchant, the mats will be consumed and you will get the magical item with random number of possible stats on it, and it will look something like this. If you don't like the effects you got, you can build Augmenter. Augmenter is in basic hammer, crafting. For the Augmenter you need 10 obsidian, 3 crystal and 3 bronze bar, and you need to place it in forge vicinity. Now you have additional bar on the forge, which is Augment, and here you can choose an item that you want to change effects on, and by picking the effect and clicking Augment you're gonna get 2 additional options to choose from. By clicking on available effects in the upper part of the window you will see all the possible effects for that item. Those do vary. For example, on legs you can always have movement skills. On helmets you can get quick learning. On chest piece you can get thorns, so some effects are divided by the certain type of the item, but most of the chants are available on all items like health, stamina, armor and so on. In order to get shards for augmenting enchants, you will have to sacrifice trophies of certain animals. They are divided by rarity. So some trophies will give you Berserker shards, some will give you Valkyr and so on. For the runes you'll have to sacrifice boss trophies. So Tirke will give you 1 Berserker rune, Elder and Bone Mass will give you Elven runes, and Mortar and Glut will give you Valkyr runes. And Krampus will give you a trophy that you can use on the workbench and craft 2 Valkyr runes from 1 trophy. Few tips for enchanting. It's always good to stack on some resistance, like slash damage reduction, elemental reduction, physical reduction, and so on, but you can fit that to your playstyle. Health enchant is quite useful here because it scales really good with our skill vitality. You're basically getting triple amount of the enchant, so if you have 30 hit points enchant on your item, it will actually give you 90 health if your vitality is on 100. If you need more information about any effect, you can press escape and go to Valheim Compendium, and there under magical effects you will have full list of all enchants possible in the game and explanation of their action, so there you can list what every enchant is actually doing and what it is its effect. In addition to all that, we have a reward menu, which you can open by pressing F9. Here we have chests with enchant materials divided by rarity and tiers. Tier 1 chest will yield materials for the half enchant, so basically you'll need 2 of those, or if you get patient, you can get a tier 2 chest that will yield enough materials for the full enchant. You're getting reward points by daily login. You get 200 points. For each hour spent in game you get 10 points, and depending on the tier of the Patreon you are, you will get additional bonus points to your reward vault. Do mind that when you claim the chest, the materials will drop on the floor in front of you, so make sure that you have enough space in your inventory to pick them up, or just claim it on some safe spot. Good luck with your enchants!